Now, I've done so many different moneymakers on Trader Steve over the last couple of years, but something that I've not been able to take advantage of is a brand new addition to the game. But finally, with the addition of Yama, we can take advantage of a high-end moneymaker on release. I'm literally going to wake up at 2 a.m. to do Yama as soon as possible. Maybe we can get lucky, get a day one drop, and really jumpstart our cash stack because we need all the money we can get. Upgrades are in the tens of millions, if not the hundreds of millions of GP, and we still have a lot of the map to unlock. Why hello there, and welcome back to another episode of Trader Steve's journey across Gielinor to collect as many rare items as he can get his grubby little mitts on. Trader Steve is starting his journey in the Grand Exchange chunk, but for every new rare item he can add to his collection that's worth more than 1 mil, he can unlock a new adjacent chunk, with Trader Steve's ultimate goal obtaining a quest cape. So in the last episode, we made some pretty massive moves, honestly. We got our Infernal Cape, and we got our first Tonal sticks from the Colosseum, which has jumped our cash tag up to almost 100 mil. However, there's a couple things I didn't show in the last episode due to some time restrictions, but 'tis the week before Yama, and there's a couple things I still need to show you. Yo, there it is! We finally can recolor our pet. That actually took 1,300 kills to get the coagulated venom. At this rate, it was literally going to be the last thing stopping us from being green logged, but okay. So if we just use this on our pet, we can now turn him into a tiny little spider. Oh, he's so cute. Oh my god. Dude, it's like 2 kills later. That's it. We just literally green logged Araxxor in just over 1,300 kills. Pretty damn good. Look at that beautiful green text. That's gonna be it for our Araxxor task, but what more could you ask for, really? It's been a while, I will say. There's another synapse. I think we are still pretty spoon, so I'm not gonna say anything, but ooh, 50 mil and literally the week before Yama. I'm gonna keep this money just for maybe day one Yama in case we need something on the release for whatever reason. Oh my god, I can't see anything, and it's not because of the fact that it's 2 a.m. Where is my rune light? Oh god, I've lost the plot, guys. First KC of Yama ever, and we got a lockbox. That's something. Oath plate shards that, I don't know how much those are worth. I'm gonna go try to sell them. Holy shit, I just looked them up. They're going for like 3 or 4 mil each. That's insane. First kill at Yama, what is that worth? Literally, we sold them for 40 mil. That's insane. Okay, well, KC number 1 is the literal 20 mil split. Yama honestly reminds me of something familiar. Lord Shazar from Raid Shadow Legends, today's video sponsor. Stick around to the end to find out how you can get free epic champions and so much more. Raid has an endless amount of content to enjoy. You can collect hundreds of epic champions, each with unique skills, gear, and backstories, and battle through an insanely deep campaign, dungeon raids, and PvP arenas. But before we go any further, let's pause for a moment so I can tell you about my favorite faction in Raid, the elusive and mysterious Sylvan Watchers. Rather than building a city on the ground or in a cave, the Sylvan Watchers made their home in the Mistwood, a massive jungle in eastern Teleria. The Sylvan Watchers honestly have pretty insane designs, like Cormac is some undercover mountain goat human hybrid, or I really love Miscellania, which is a one-handed mushroom shaman person. If you haven't started playing yet, what are you waiting for? Click my link in the description or scan my QR code to get anniversary bonuses available only via my link. You will immediately get a huge starter pack with the epic champion Kellan the Shrike from the Sylvan Watchers faction. Once you reach level 15, you'll get an epic champion Uugo, and you can even enter the code TreeHugger to get the legendary champion Green Warden Ruark. In addition, both new and existing players can redeem 2 more promo codes with useful resources. Check other promo codes for all users in the description. So it's a great time to try out Raid. Don't forget to come find me a game under the clan FlippingOldschool, and thank you so much to Raid for sponsoring. Oh, my poor death coffer, guys. It's not looking good. Okay, it looks like you can get literal oath plate shards just as a regular drop, and 7 of those, that's still like millions just from like essentially a basic loot, so that's pretty fucking awesome. Oh my god, I clicked the fucking door. Yama was literally dead. Oh. So we have some money in the bank, and we are going to invest into a Virtus Robe Top. This actually will get us a additional max hit with magic, and right now we're camping mage. Let's just get another gear upgrade. That looks amazing. Plus, that is another item for our collection, which means that brings our banked chunks up to 2. Which we're not going to use yet. I'm not quite sure what I need them for. So for now, we're just going to keep it in reserve. Hold up, we got something. A Soulflame horn to the GE. So what does a day 1 drop from Yama sell for? 70 mil. You know, I'm happy we got something. I did think it would be worth more. I'm pretty sure in the thumbnail for my last video I put 500 mil. Whoops, we missed the mark. Hey, it's a 37 mil split still. Can't be too mad about that. What are the rate of these things? This is like 5 kills later. I think it's the worst piece, but we got an item. Fuck it. All right, what is this going for? 142 schmeckles. Look at that. In our first like 40 KC too. So that is 70 mil for the bank, and look at that. 131 mil, just like that. Holy moly, we did it, guys. We did a solo that took 8 minutes. Yuck. For, oh, rubies. Hey, at least we got our full split of rubies. Didn't have to share. Our technique is improving. We have a consistent way to dodge the waves now. 6-minute solo, significantly better. Terrible loot though. Hang on, it's our first Dossier. Chasm teleports? Why are those even in there? That's so underwhelming. Dossier number 2. Let's go contract. Oh, actually that's even better kind of. This is actually a huge upgrade, bigger than any of the Oathplate pieces, bigger than the Soulflame horn probably even. This is the Rite of Transference, which is the upgrade to Death's Charge. This is actually an insane upgrade for the Colosseum, and here as well. So yeah, let's upgrade our Death's Charge. Why is that even an option? So essentially what this does is it allows us to get 2 Death's Charge procs within the minute window. So as long as you're fighting the boss that has multiple monsters to kill, it's incredibly strong. Can't wait to use it. We're gonna buy a new item here, and this item is gonna be on the list. We're gonna buy the Soulflame horn. This just seems too good to not use in a duo, especially for Yama, so we're gonna buy it for 41 mil. We might be overpaid, we might not, just dropped a bunch, so I guess we'll find out in the long term. Whether this was a good purchase, I'm sure you're laughing right now if it's not. Okay, we have learned the Dono Fly, or the Mono Fly, or the umpteenth variant you want to call it. Essentially just allows us to melee most of the phases and get much quicker kill speeds. Now even though we haven't got any drops in the last day or two, Yama's pretty consistent money. I mean, the Oathplate shards, the contracts, the basic loot actually adds up to probably like 3 or 4 mil an hour, which is pretty good for getting no uniques. Orange text, whoa. Onyx bolt tips, what are those doing there? Okay, Dossier, you have another chance here. Contract, please. These suck. 158 kills. Surely we can get our first contract. No! Okay, 161. This gotta be it, right? We gotta get a contract here. Oh my god, we got one. The contract of forfeit breath. What is this thing worth even? 5 mil. Actually pretty good. One of the better ones. More than I even expect. Ooh, look at that. At 239, we are getting pretty speedy. We haven't got any more uniques, but this will bring our cash tag up to 100 mil, including also the 2 things we bought. We bought the Soulflame horn and the Virtus Robe Top. So we've made about 200 mil from Yama so far, which is pretty good. What is this? This isn't Yama, it's TOA, but we got a purple. Neat. Okay, well there is a nice clean 250 kills at Yama. So far, so good. 2 uniques. And our bankroll is just a bit over 100 mil. Now there's actually a new potion introduced with Yama, and for whatever reason I haven't used it yet, and that is the Surge Potion. I think we just barely have the Herblore level requirement to make it. It's going to be really useful at the Colosseum and Yama, so we probably should make it. What we need is this demonic tallow, which we're actually just going to empty our barrel of it. We've gotten some of those drops. And I think we'll have to eat a botanical pie, but this should boost us high enough just to make it ourselves, and there's no choice, so we have to do that. Let's make it like 100 for now, that's probably fine. So we've been stockpiling a good number of chunk unlocks. We have the Tonal Sticks of Ralos, the Virtus Robe Top, and now the Soulflame Horn. That's 3 chunks to unlock. And I think it's probably about time we discuss where are we headed next. We're in the end game, but there are still quite a few early and mid game quests we haven't done as well. So looking through the quest list here, there's really one major standout quest left we have yet to do, and that is Desert Treasure 2. Now on its own, Desert Treasure 2 would be a huge undertaking, but it gets even worse because of a very, very innocuous mini quest called the Curse of the Empty Lord. This will require us to go into the wilderness to some extent, guaranteed. Now how bad it's going to be is yet to be determined. I've still not opened that can of worms. I'm honestly kind of scared. But the next major goal, I think, has to be Desert Treasure 2. Everything else is pretty minor. We're going to have to clean up a bunch of quests eventually. But Desert Treasure 2 would give us the largest unlocks, 4 incredibly profitable bosses, so that's why we're going to go for it. However, there's one thing I want to do first. I want a fairy ring in my POH, goddammit. It's been years, I think I deserve it. And there's only one thing stopping us from doing that right now, and that's just finishing Fairy Tales Part 2. Kind of fast. Ooh, sub 3, look at that. Oath plate. Oh, huge! Wait. Bro, you got the oath plate chest. I thought for a second that was the oath plate, the thing you opened. Hell yeah. There's your cut of the things I got, and that's my cut of the things you got. Cheers, man. You're a good luck charm. Bringing our bankroll to 229. Okay. So we have 3 items, and we're gonna use 2 of those to unlock these 2 chunks. It has to be done. Both the quests require these. It's fine. That leaves us with 1 more chunk to unlock. Now what do we get for Miscellania? We get Mage Miscellania, which actually kind of passive moneymaker, kind of cool. This area is super cool looking. Can we get our grubby little mitts on a fairy ring in our POH by the end of this stream? Almost certainly. Ooh. Oh, that was a really quick quest, holy. This is going to mining. Yes. It is done. And it's as easy as that. Because we unlocked both chunks for Miscellania and Etceteria, I think we'll be able to finish both Managing Miscellania and Royal Trouble, and it's kind of nice just to knock them off as we unlock them so we don't forget about them. So what we get for this is a singular quest point, and we unlocked the Managing Miscellania passive moneymaker, which, you know, sounds good, but it's not very consequential at this point. So yeah, I'm ranking Royal Trouble as a solid D tier quest. So much running, what's the deal? There it is though, another quest done, mostly for a nice quest point. Brings us up to 274, and I guess we could do, anyway, we could chuck some money in Miscellania, I guess. Why not? Okay, what are we getting from Saul? Oh my fucking god, guys. Not again. The Sol is probably better than wave 11. And more consistent, at least. Okay. Well, at least I did this once successfully, so we will, at the very minimum, not have planked twice on stream for Tonal Stick. No pressure, professional. Alright, good luck. Fuck yes, we did it. Pretty clean, actually. Got a little hairy at the end. Yes! That's actually fucking great. We're so close now. So we've been pretty much saving our money up for the last week, and we have just hit 300 mil. I think for the first time ever. I don't think we've ever had this much cash in our bank before. So although it is incredibly tempting to buy a bunch of cheap items to unlock more of the map, it's time. It's finally time to save up for the Soulreaper axe. I've been wanting this thing for 3 months now. Things got in the way. We needed to get ready for Yama, but now it's time. Let's just get our next big weapon upgrade. And we're only 100 mil off now. Oh, another Dossier right before 300 kills. That's pretty good, I think. 1.5 mil, something like that. We'll take it. Oh my god, that is our fastest solo by a wide margin. 438. Pretty much magic just didn't miss that time, which is very, very rare. Normally you just whiff half your shots. So now that we're getting the contracts from Dossier, they're less interesting because they're worth way less. But we're finally getting some at least. Honestly, Oathplate shard drops never get old. That's just strictly a 4 mil drop in a solo. Easy money. Hey, we got one of each now pretty much. There's Forfeit Breath, and we got 3 of them. This is actually the most expensive one right now. I think we can sell them for 900k each. So that's almost a 3 mil contract drop. Okay, now I think we have gotten literally every single contract as a drop, obviously besides the acquisition ones. There's Sensory Clouding now. These are actually a solid one too. I think they're worth about 700k each, so that's about a 2 mil Dossier drop. So overall, I think we made close to 300 mil from Yama so far. We should have made the pet rule a thing, damn it. I thought that was Oathplate acquisition for a second. I was about to lose it. Still though, Yami and the second rarest contract in a single kill. What the fuck? I didn't even realize you could get a Dossier and a pet at the same kill. Look at that. We got the sassy demon, guys. I didn't notice this at first, but look what happens when I get the pet drop. He's like, oh no. 2 pets in 2 months from 0 in 2 years. That's just the way it goes. Plus this contract's worth like 8 mil. Okay, so we've been doing a lot of Yama because it's new content, but we're fastly approaching 200 kill count at Sol, which was my original goal, and we're also trying to get that stupid GM time. We're so damn close. Look at this run, was 24 minutes and 13 seconds, literally 13 seconds off. Surely we get it before 200 there, right? I almost skipped over this. Another one? What? That is our 3rd Tonal Sticks in like 20 KC. From seeing none for 150. What is RNG? Now this is wave 10. This is better than wave 11. Possibly worse than Sol still. There's no reason we shouldn't get this though. Smooth, honestly. No real errors this time. I was chill. This time we're chill. We weren't on stream. Wave 10's not too bad. We already got 2 of them. We were easy. And just like that, that is another 72 mil. And I think we're done, guys. That's enough money for the Soulreaper axe. That's so good. I can't believe that's how we got it. 3 Tonal sticks. What the hell? It's pretty tempting to buy a bunch of cheaper items, but the Soulreaper axe is something I've wanted for a long time, so I think we should just get it. Okay, there we go. We sold our Tonal sticks for 71 mil. Pretty solid drop, and that has brought us up to 408 mil. The most amount of cash we've ever had in this account. And it's going to a singular item, the Soulreaper axe, which we are going to slow buy, of course. We got 2% GE tax now. We're not fucking around. We're gonna try buying it for 398. Beautiful, there it is. This is an item I've never tried before. And of course it is another item on the list, so that is another chunk we've added to our bankroll, which we're once again just gonna keep in reserve till we figure out what to do with them. Oh, this thing looks sick. No defender needed as well. Let's give this a try. Okay, so the Soulreaper axe is kind of an interesting weapon. When using it correctly, it is roughly a 1 DPS increase over the Fang and the Halberd, obviously boss dependent, but in the Colosseum specifically it's about a 10% DPS increase, which is significant. Now what makes it kind of awkward to use is each time you hit, you lose 8 HP and gain a soul stack, stacking up to 5 times. You need this thing stacked up to 5 for it to be better, and it can be a little awkward to get the stacks because you lose HP. The stacks fade over time, so you can't switch to another weapon for too long, and you often are just at low HP, but I don't care, this thing's fun to use, and we're still practicing. $24.06? God, 6 seconds too slow. We could have saved 6 seconds somewhere, surely. So with the Yama, maybe the real moneymaker this whole time wasn't killing Yama, it was killing black demons? Look at the prices of these contracts. We were literally just farming these AFK. And that is a 16 mil trip in about 2 hours. So we're making like 8 mil an hour killing black demons right now. Now the way it works is a little confusing, but there are 5 ways to kill the demons, and each corresponding with one of the sigils above their head. Now you can get a contract from them regardless, as long as you're killing them with one of the methods. The methods are a 2-handed weapon, a heavy ranged weapon, kill them with a magic weapon, kill them with a special attack, and kill them while they're immobilized. And if you kill them on the right glyph, then the drop rate doubles. We've already rebuilt our cash stack quite a bit. Look at all these contracts we're selling, holy. Okay, we have been grinding these demons hard. They're honestly so overpowered. The prices I think are gonna crash, but these things are worth 1.7 mil each. It's actually insanity. That's another 26 mil we just have in our offer slots here. All sensory clouding. Bringing us up to 78 mil from AFK in this week. Oh my god. Here's my loot from 4,000 black demons. Now, for the first day or two, I was actually doing the intended mechanics, switching gear, killing them with different styles because all the contracts are worth a lot. However, after the first day, Sentry Clouding became worth double any of the other ones. So the meta became just AFK with Mark of Darkness and Dark Demon Bane for about 8 mil an hour. And we did this for 10-15 hours. Look, we got 70 sensory clouding contracts, 20 bloody blows, and a handful of the other ones. In the end, we sold these for an average of probably about 1.2 to 1.3 mil each. Some of them going for up to 2 mil a piece, which is wild, but we easily made over 100 mil here in just about a week. So there we go, we rebuilt already. All right, I think it's finally time. We have to rip this band-aid off. What section of the wilderness do we need to go to? This is some information we kind of need now before we decide our plan for the next few months and what chunks we want to unlock. So it's time to start the mini quest, Curse of the Empty Lord, and we'll find out pretty much immediately how bad it's going to be. The last I heard of him, he had sought passage on the ship crewed by none but the most dastardly lowly pirates. That doesn't sound good, guys. Sequence 1. Okay, so on stream, we did something I probably should have done for a long time, and that is check Curse of the Empty Lords sequence. Now, as I mentioned earlier, there are 3 sequences to finish this quest, and while all of them will require us to go to the wilderness, one is significantly better. So we ended up getting sequence 1, which is actually the worst one by a lot. From what I can tell, the best way for us to finish this is just to go from the Chaos Temple hut and just hug the outskirt of the wilderness, going past the pirates' hideout and then finally to the bandit camp. Fortunately, there's only one natural form of transportation to get into the wilderness, and that is the canoe, and that doesn't really help us that much. So that looks like it's going to be 8 chunks just to finish this mini quest, with the silver lining being we can get our Mage Arena Cave. But because this is going to be such a chunk investment, now I have a bit of a decision to make. One I didn't really realize earlier. We could do this, and we do need to do this eventually for Desert Treasure 2. Or do we get prepped for the Delve boss, which probably is coming out in a couple of months? Looking at the Delve boss, we need to finish a Heart of Darkness and Twilight's Promise, plus the brand new quest, which is a big wild card. That quest could require random chunks we have no clue about. Most likely they will just be far more chunks, but how many we're going to need on release, I don't know. But just with Yama, on release, the Delve boss could be an incredibly good money-making opportunity, so we might want to take advantage of that. So Delve boss or Desert Treasure 2, those are the big options. I'll leave you with that for now. Thanks for watching as always, guys. Hope you enjoyed the episode, and I will see you next time.